Hello there, welcome back to my playthrough of Pokemon Ultra Sun. Last time I concluded Team Rainbow Rocket episode. I went to Route 15 and got a gift Pokemon from an Aether Foundation scientist in the form of Porygon. And then I went here to Here City and got another gift Pokemon called Megarna. Today I will be doing something special. Oh, and by the way, I am using my shiny Lunala that I got from GameSpot. I was considering training up and using Lunala against Team Rainbow Rocket, but I decided not to because I would have had to train it a lot. Actually, no, wait, you're getting a Hyauli Cities. Megarna and Hyauli Cities big mall. I'm sorry about that. I mix up Hia City and Hyauli City. To Royal Avenue. After you defeated the Elite Four, come to the Thrifty Mega Mart in Royal Avenue. And talk to this guy. Welcome to the Thrifty Mega Market. Hold on a second there, pal. You look to me like a kid. But I can tell just by looking at you that you're a pretty decent trainer. Sure, I'm just a part-time worker now, pounding away at the register with a smile on my face. But once I was a trainer, traveling around on my island challenge too. I even made a pretty fair name for myself. Kagatora the Eevee user, that was me. But then I got a wife, and then I had a kid. Now I face a new trial called a mortgage. And I work here to prepare me for the most grand trial of all, old age and retirement. But never mind all that. Look, there's something I'd like to ask an able young trainer like you to do for me. Back in my heyday, there were these 8 older trainers I was always trying to beat. They used all Pokemon that evolved from Eevee. How would you feel about taking them on? If you say that Kagatora sent you, I'm sure they'll agree to battle. If you can beat them all for me, I'll have something to give you. It'll be worth it. So just ask me if you want to know more about any of them. Oh, it's you again. Need me to tell you about an opponent? The Flareon user. Or the Vaporeon user, I should say. The Vaporeon user, Polly, they call her the Wild Whirlpool of Alola. She was a cool drink of water, alright, a bikini-clad beauty who beat all the boys. Her Vaporeon's Hydro Pump could blast through a solid steel plating. She was from Melee originally, and I think she trained to be a teacher. It's been 30 years since I last saw her, but I hope that'll be enough to find her. Train. Oh, what? Not here. You seem to have grown stronger. Think you can beat me, who has studied in this school for 30 years? Yes. I am the kahuna of the Trainers School. Take my perfectly honed moves. Black belt yawning. Yeah, if you have a shiny Pokemon, every time you call them out, they will have that star. I lost. Will I repeat the year? Will I have to repeat another year? But my perfectly honed moves. I guess this is why I still can't graduate even after 30 years. What? 30 years? That's ridiculous. Welcome to the Trainers School. I am the principal. What an honor for me and the school. To think that our teachings would not only give rise to a captain, but to a league champion. Despite your lofty accomplishments, though, I'd hazard that you still don't know everything that the trainer school has to teach you, eh? Then allow me to give you a special expert lesson from the principal herself. Wow, you're something else! Just as the saying goes, even the fool may give the wise man good counsel if he listens. I may have lost, but heed my advice and use this. It's one of my favorite items. King's Rock. If your Pokemon is holding the King's Rock, its attacks may make an opponent flinch. And that's the end of what I can teach you. I'm glad I was able to meet you here. Staring at the window in shame. Imagine if you couldn't graduate. Imagine if you took a class and you couldn't graduate for 30 years. I don't know how that would happen, but that must be very humiliating. Let's You're not one of the students, are you? What do you want from an old lady cleaning? Are you the Vaporeon user? Well, yes, I suppose I am. What's that? Kagatora sent you to battle me? I don't mind, but no complaints out of you for having to take on this bent old woman? Oh, okay, I realize that Vaporeon user Polly is on the 3rd floor of the Trainers School. Yeah, for some reason I couldn't find her. I don't. If you want to see a rainbow, you've got to wait for it to stop raining. Every rain cloud has its end, and no one can win against time's march. Now I'm retired from training, and I spend my days with Vaporeon cleaning these windows. But how is that boy Kagatora doing? Is he well? Back to Royal Avenue and to see Kagatora. Yeah, it's annoying every time you enter the Thrifty Mega Mart, you have to go through this conversation about the discount coupon. The Flareon user. The fiery magician, brimming with life. Chad the Flareon user. His temper burned as hot as any flame, and he was always quick to find a fight. His Flareon's fire attacks were relentless, going after opponents like a living thing. I know he always stayed at the Tide Song Hotel back in those days. It's been 30 years since I last saw him, but I hope that'll be enough to find him. To the Tide Song Hotel. Where is it? Here City. Make sure my Pokemon are healed. I mean, they're not that hard. I mean, they only have one Pokemon each. Each of them being the evolutions of Eevee, but still it's best to heal in between fights. Yes? What is it? Do you need something from me? Are you the Flareon user? Oh, you see, so you know Kagatora. You would like a Pokemon battle with me? How nostalgic. It's been quite some time. Flareon user Chad. Yes, yes. A fire needs fuel to keep on burning, but once the fuel is burnt up, only ash remains. My working life is over. I've reached retirement. All that is left of my life is the ashes. Me and Flareon are done with battling. I'd rather just go to Lomi Lomi and relax. Back to the thrifty Mega Mart. The Jolteon user. Oh yes, the electrifying ball of energy that was Jane the Jolteon user. She looked like a lovely young lass, but beneath that sweet face was the heart of a tyrant. Her Jolteon slammed into the opponents like a bolt of lightning from a blue sky. Last I heard, she was working somewhere on Ula Ula Island. It's been 30 years since I last saw her, but I hope that'll be enough to find her. Ula Ula Island. Can't you be more specific? She could be anywhere. Hold on when I find her. Alright, I found her. She's inside Marley City's community center. The old eyes are getting tired. Are you the Jolteon user? Why yes, I suppose I am. I'm Jane. Eevee? Kagatora? I'm sorry, child. I don't remember them. I do remember Pokemon battles, though I'm not sure if I'm still up to one. Yeah, Kagatora doesn't really give you a very good clue on how to find Jane. Because he said Ula Ula Island, but doesn't go into enough detail on where on Ula Ula Island she is. Lunala wants to learn Phantom Force. Darn it. Provide a dazzling battle. lightning strikes the earth, it is swallowed up and then disappears. Even if you try to whip... I skipped it. And besides, I really don't remember anyone called Kagatora. Even if you try to whip an old body into action, there are simply limits to what it can do. Back to Espeon user. The Espeon user, Ishan, the sun itself was charmed by his sweet looks. This Espeon danced past enemy attacks, letting them slide right off like some kind of miracle. Ishan worked at the geothermal power plant back in those days, but now... It's been 30 years since I last saw him. Espeon. Oh, I made a mistake. I flew to Mount Hokulani instead of Route 12. Route 12 is where the geothermal plant is. You think the volcanoes on Ula Ula Island were created by some huge Pokemon? Then I guess we have that Pokemon to thank for us all living here now, huh? I suppose I should be moving. I'll need to fix Espeon some supper. Are you the Espeon user? Why, that's a question I haven't heard in many long years. I am Ishan, if that's what you mean. Kagatora? Oh yes, I remember that boy. Now that is a tale that takes me back. And you want to have a battle with me? I suppose I could, but please keep in mind that I am an old man. There's no need for two suns in the sky. Even the sun itself, who rises with such glory in the morning, must eventually set. So it is for human life, and I think that I see the moon rising on the horizon. But what about that Kagatora? He's not that much younger than me. Do tell him I said hello. The Umbreon user. The immortal ruler of the night, Brayden the Umbreon user. The rumors say that he died once and came back to life. Everyone was afraid of him. This Umbreon gave off its horrifying aura all the time and never let it up. He used to hold some kind of ceremony in the cemetery on Mele Mele Island every night. Here I am in Hyale Cemetery. I suppose that's enough for today. I'd better hurry home or that son of mine will go berating me again for wandering off. Are you the Umbreon user? That tale is decades old by now. How old are you, girl? Well, you're not wrong. I was once known as Brayden the Umbreon user. And you know young Kagatora? How is that little whippersnapper? Sure, I don't mind battling you, though I'm due to check in the hospital soon. While there are times when there's a full moon, there are also times you can't see the moon at all. No night can ever be endless. Dawn comes and snatches away the dark. I feel that light creeping into my life, blotting out the stars and stealing away the night. People used to talk about me once, said I was immortal and such nonsense. I was just in the hospital a long while, that's all. But human life does end. Anyway, you give Kagatora my regards. Glaceon user. Miss Absolute Zero, Rhea the Glaceon user. That cool beauty seemed to have a soul of ice when she mercilessly pursued her opponent. Even time froze around her Glaceon. I know that she originally came from some small village on Mele Mele Island. I think that does it for this episode of Pokemon Ultra Sun. Next time I will continue my Eevee Trainer quest. See you guys next time.